Welcome to the future of Autoduel. I know what you may be thinking. What some of you at least may be thinking. What's Autoduel? Well, the answer is it's pretty much the computer game version of Car Wars. RetroKork. Like I hinted at in the intro, Autoduel is based on the Steve Jackson game's title Car Wars. And by based, I mean licensed. They had to license the title because Autoduel is copyrighted by Steve Jackson Games, whereas Car Wars at least was copyrighted by Texas Instruments. Autoduel was released by Origin and written by Lord British and Chuckles. Yeah, he's not only a scary jester. And Origin back then meant good games, like some of you may know, including, of course, the Ultima series, and nowadays it's merely the name for EA's own digital distribution platform. But let's not think about that too much. Instead, let's take a peek at the game itself. A game that, while it is no longer sold, it's not considered abandonware by Steve Jackson Games, who still hold the rights to the name Autoduel and pretty much the basic system that is behind the game. They tend to request the removal from abandonware sites. Now, admittedly, this pretty much sucks, and I actually hope that they will find a way to get it onto GOG.com, but they have the legal right to do so. Now, Autoduel is a top-down role-playing game with one roguelike feature, and that's permadeath. Yes, if you die once in-game, your character is pretty much toast. Well, unless you got a clone made with your driver's memories. In that case, you're pretty much back to zero, which is at least a bit better. Now, a lot of people advised that you make a copy of your character disc, just to avoid the costs associated with restoring yourself. The main attraction of the game is the highways, on which you can be attacked and can attack yourself, because the cars of the future can be equipped with weaponry. And the arenas are there, in which a sanctioned form of auto combat and auto duel can be performed. But where to go as soon as you have your car? Well, depending on what time it is, the stores in every town may be open and you can go shopping. But don't think the fuzzy dice for your rearview mirror will do you much good as bolas. In Boston and New York you can go to the Gold Cross, pretty much what I consider to be the equivalent of a hospital in the hypothetical post-Reaganian United States. And it's the place where you can get your clothing on. There's also the garage, the truck stop, the salvage yard, also known as the scrap heap, where you can sell off some things that you found for a somewhat decent price, the bar to pick up rumors and stuff, as well as some locations I'm definitely not going to go into. Just look things up in the manual and or see where you can find them on the AADA, that's the American Autoduel Association, on the roadmap of the Northwestern Quadrant, where the stylized look makes it seem as if New York City now were part of New Jersey, and spoiler, there may be things that aren't even on the map. You know what I call that? World building. Anyway, you move around, hopefully don't kick the bucket on January 1st, 2030, because that's the day the game starts on, and if you do courier missions, you may encounter the game's main storyline. But you're pretty much free to do what you want in the game, which is kinda cool. Now, the game has no music, which is uncool, but hey, just put on some adequate music and you're ready to go. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about Autoduel. It's a beloved gaming classic that unfortunately is not available right now. And Car Wars itself has pretty much become some sort of ghost, as apparently pretty much nobody seems to be interested in it anymore. Okay, after being in a Mad Max, what? Darn. Should have made a joke about Mad Max and in the video. Something about Thunderdomes, maybe. Oh well. Seriously though, next time we're going to take a look at a game based on a British television series that I have virtually no idea about, because I'll discuss The Young Ones, a sitcom based game.